Hello there. It's another fine June morning, and I thought I would show you around the garden for a few minutes, if that's okay with you. It's looking so lovely with all the roses out, and I wanted to share that before they're gone, and whilst it's still looking so lovely. So going up from the French windows at the bungalow on the little patio, through this archway, which is a mass of roses. Most of the roses have been here now 35 years, I think, since my parents first came here, so they're well matured. And one or two little people to show you as we go through the archway. This little chap who's forever whistling, and particularly want to show you these two little people down here. A frog and a kind of what's left of a kind of little gnome elf fellow. These both came from my granddad's garden. The elf is quite elderly. He was in the garden when my mother was a small child. And I remember him when we used to play cricket in my granddad's garden. We'd run round him like he was a stump. So he's travelled from there to here. And the frog, who's looking a little bit worse for wear, I once gave my granddad for his birthday many, many, many years ago. So it's nice to have them here. And I've got some nasturtiums and some lovely geraniums and campanula just behind them. And going up through the arch into the sort of the main little lawn up here. It's a walled garden, this back garden, which is very nice to have. And you can just get a bit more of a view of it. The lawn is my current labour of Hercules because it's full of moss. So my job for this month is to rake all the moss out and then reseed it. So it's not looking at its best, but never mind. Going across here to another little statue. This lady was in the garden that we had in a little house by the sea in Southwold. And when we sold that, I remember bringing her back in my car. Very, very heavy she is. And she's been here now for quite a number of years with her lovely white rose bush over the top of her. And again, more memories of my granddad. My garden's got quite a lot of memories of my granddad. This pedestal I like very much, and it was in his front garden. And I can remember it when I was a very small child. And now I've got more marigolds and nasturtiums, and I'm hoping the nasturtiums will kind of pour over that as they grow and develop as the summer goes on. We've got roses all the way around, more up there. There's actually more roses on the other side of the wall as well, on the outside wall, which are beautifully smelling. And there's some more here, looking back towards the bungalow itself, the kitchen there, and you can see this amazing bed of catmint that is a beautiful bed of purple. There's the archway again, and then I'm going to walk you through to this little bit of the garden, which is my kind of little special place that I've been developing over the last season or two. It's more like a kind of Mediterranean garden, I suppose, really, with gravel, which has been here for a while. And there's a very nice seat. This time of the day, it catches the sun early in the morning. So it's a great place to have the first cup of tea of the day, or even breakfast. On either side of the bench, I've planted lavender, which is just coming out. I've got a couple more to put in the ground when I get time. And I've also put in some hollyhock last year, and they've yet to flower, so I don't know what colour they're going to be, but I think in another week or two I'm going to find out, which will be great. And I've got some fairy lights around, little solar lights. You can see the panel there. They go over the seat, and they also go over the archway. And this is the view when you sit having your cup of tea in the morning. Rather a nice view back through the garden there. So I'm going to leave it there. Oh no, I'm going to show you my foxgloves. I've been having quite a plant of foxgloves over the last season or two. Are one of my favourite flowers, and they're still lingering. They're quite tall and lanky now, but that's all right. And I think they're very beautiful. Sort of a wild flower. And this is looking back across the garden. And just one more thing to show you perhaps here. I put a honeysuckle in here last year, which hopefully will be full of sweet smelling flowers before too long. The wall is great. I love having the wall garden, but it's begun to deteriorate a bit, and there was a huge crack in the wall here which I filled last year, and now I've covered it over with a honeysuckle, and hopefully no one, if someone comes to buy the house sometime in years to come, will even know it was there. But you will, so shh. Right, one last view, and then I'm going to stop and perhaps do another little video later on of the rest of the garden. So thank you for sharing it with me. It's this year particularly, no one's able to come and look and be here, so it's really nice to have some company and to show you around. So blessings on your day, and thanks for walking around with me. Bye-bye.